Hey there. So today I'm going to be talking about the IronKernel project, naming this after there's a period of time when every new language Microsoft was building had the word iron in front of it. Iron Python, at least. I actually don't remember if there's any other languages with that name. I was trying to build an Iron Smalltalk for a while, but didn't get very far. So this is this app. It's a C# app. It's built around the idea of like a virtual microkernel architecture, which means that you have an isolated kernel that is sort of the privileged system that is able to access all the system resources. It is built up of kernel modules that are potentially loaded at runtime, and the kernel monitors. Each one of those modules runs in its own task. The kernel monitors all those tasks. It's able to tell if one of them is hanging or flooding the kernel bus or just misbehaving. It's able to stop and restart modules, manages logging. And the kernel modules, they can't see each other directly, but they can throw signals onto a kernel bus, and they can subscribe to signals coming from the bus. Then there's also a single userland module, or single userland application, which is what you're seeing in front of you now. The userland application, it does not have access to any system resources. It cannot directly hit the file system, or should not, or the graphics system, or anything. It's able to do all this by writing messages to an application bus, which the application host kernel module then translates over to a kernel bus, and then the kernel can pick up those signals, figure out what the application needs, and then send those back along the bus route so the application can read them. And it's a kind of a neat architecture. But what I'm building on top of it is a UI system based off of the Morphic UI system, as seen in Smalltalk. Especially like spent some time learning how to use the Squeak and Pharaoh editions of Smalltalk, which is a lot of fun. And the UI is very different from what you would normally see in a modern GUI application. The difference is the entire thing is mutable at runtime. You can look at things, resize things, move them around, delete things. It's like we have a single line text editor here. Press enter to accept the input, or press escape to cancel it. But also, if you control right click on any element, it's going to open a halo. The halo is surrounded by handles. You can resize. Of course, the label's not really resizable. You can close it, which we're not doing right now. You can move it around, and you can inspect it. Scoot that over here. See that we're now inspecting a text edit morph. You can see that it wants keyboard focus. It has bounds, position, size. It's visible. You can edit any of these properties at runtime. Like, it's no longer visible. And whether or not it's effectively hovered, it's like you can see the green light on it is effectively hovered, turning on and off. You can see the owner. Let's see. Looks like I messed up the scrolling in the last update. The whole thing's still very much a work in progress. If you dig into the position is a struct which doesn't work super well with this kind of reflection-based editor. It's like you can change stuff, but you're modifying basically it's not a reference value, so any changes aren't propagated properly. So I don't know. I might make the... right now I'm using the position and the point and size structs from the system drawing namespace. I'm thinking about dumping that for a reference type. But I'm not quite there yet. Let's see. Is it pressed? But every morph has a list of submorphs that live inside of it. One thing... Let's see, where's the label property? Oh, go into submorphs, but okay, I haven't implemented array editing, so that's not going to work super well. Better example of that. Got a hello world label. Let's look at that. Open up the inspector. See tile size. This is the size, like we're looking at the size of an individual tile in the selected font. Foreground and background color. Say when you want the foreground to be yellow. Left clicking will add to that channel. Right clicking will subtract. And we can change the label text. Just like that. So you're able to basically create your UI inside of the application that you're building. Theoretically, when you close and restart the application, it should serialize the entire world state to disk and then restore it when you rerun, but not quite there yet. It's like the undo and redo still has a little bit of trouble. It's like when you move things around. It's like I take this label, move it up here, undo, pops it back. That's the theoretical behavior. It's not quite the way that I want it to work yet. There's layout panels. This toolbar is a vertical layout panel. Let's see, we're going to go into applications, got an app launcher. We have 3 applications. Dummy rebel loop type stuff, echoes it back. I built this because I was just testing out like how to build a simple kind of console. It has write line, write, read line, everything that a console needs. The goal here, one of the many goals, is to integrate the MiniScript language and it crashed. What did I do wrong? It's always something. Worked that time. Hold on, let me see if I can capture that bug. Destination array was not long enough. Vertical stack, update layout. Well, that's a funny problem. Hold up there a moment. Let me think what could be causing that. There's still some issues with the submorphs array being mutated inside of for each loops, which makes the whole system mad. Well, you know what you could do? Don't have to worry about collection modification if you just iterate over the index. And sometimes when I'm adding or removing morphs from a parent morph, then child will briefly be null, which I haven't quite figured out why yet. Okay. Alright, let's clean this up just a little. Close. Don't need any of this stuff. Open up our REPL. there's also a text editor, which is going to be for multi-line, like editing source files. But it's coming up really soon. You can scroll through this. You can turn the line numbers on and off kind of indirectly. If you go into the text editor inspector, you can toggle that on and off. It's kind of neat thing about the inspector is it just kind of gives you a lot of user interface that you don't have to build manually. Like I don't have to build a settings editor specifically for my text editor because it's able to use reflection to just generate the settings editor. Oh, before I get into the REPL, I'll show you another example of that. It's like, launch any inspector. Let's go up to the world. It's like all of these buttons and the layout and everything is all built from a style, like a globally owned style. Oh, the launcher's owner is null because I closed the launcher. This might make the whole system mad. I don't think I've tested this before. Okay, we're good. Okay, inspector, owner is the world morph. Okay, now we have here. Let's make this a little bit bigger. If we go to style, it's like I have not built a style editor. But we're able to use the inspector to drill down to the style. And you can see like a label foreground color and label background color. Right now, it's set to white. And we're able to edit that style at runtime. Let's see, you can see that this is kind of grayed out. There's a plus sign here. Right now, the label background color is null, so it's transparent. Now every label in the entire app is going to have a background color, if that's what you really want. Or you can take it away because it's ugly. That's fine too. And it's like the resize handle is kind of that bluish color. If we go to the resize handle style, this is kind of fun because I had not tested this before showing you just now. Let's say that we want the resize handle to be red like the delete handle, just to confuse people. Now the resize handle is red. And it's going to be red until we're done with this demonstration. Close, close. Now, I'm going to be trying to build a game in this system. I'm not going to complete the whole thing right now, but I'm going to show you where I'm at. I'm going to try building a roguelike game. Love building roguelike games. It's so much fun. And the idea is that, like, basic, like, the engine's going to be in C#, the graphics drawing is going to be in C#. The UI is going to be, like, labels and buttons or stuff are based in C#. The world generator and, like, is going to be written in MiniScript. Anything that generates the heads-up display will be in MiniScript. Entity behaviors will be in MiniScript. And it's like, let's walk through this a bit. Create a viewport size, and that will be in pixels. Map size is going to be in tiles. And 16 by 24 pixels is the tile size of the font we're working with. Using the screen font, it doesn't load the font directly. It uses the bus system, sends the asset loader, is able to look up that asset ID, send that down to the kernel, which is then able to translate that into like what is the user land actually allowed to load. load that file, and then send it back up the pipeline in a reasonable format. So that's the tile set. Create the map. Got a whole pile of MiniScript intrinsics set up to make all this look reasonable. Creating the, not tile set, creating a tile map. Viewport size, map size, casing matters, tile set, tile size. There is our map. We set the initial size here, but 320 by 240, but we can resize it to whatever we want. And then creating a new function to help with the random number generator. Oh, what did I miss? Got unknown where number string identifier is required, line 1. Let me think. It's been a while since I've done this. Hold on. Referring to my off-screen notes. Let's say that min equals 5 and max equals 10. So that works. Got unknown where number, string, or identifier is required. Okay. Maybe you just didn't like the spaces I threw in there. Okay, so there's the random integer function. And then we still have our map. It is a morph, has an ID that basically you're getting a handle to a C# object, and then there's a bunch of wiring in the background that can take the ID to look up the actual object. And every one of these scriptable objects is going to have a get and a set that you can use to get and set properties. It's like it takes arbitrary key value pairs. Anyway. That was weird. Okay, that looks right. Ah, I wrote max size. That is not right. This will be a lot easier once I get the text editor fully working for editing these source files. Map size, not max size. Okay, then grab the tile from the map. And now the question is, what should I choose for my random set of tiles? If we go to our font, what I'd really like to do... Oh, arrows. Perfect. Goes from index 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 to 4. Okay, close out the X for loop. Close out the Y for loop. Ah, what did I do wrong? Set it to an A, it's tile index 65. Let's see. So if that's 65, there's 16 per row. So 49 is the 1, 33 is exclamation point. Oh, okay, I was off by 1 row. 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, going back up through the history. Grab the tile. (17 to 20) should be the arrows. There we go. Now we have a giant map full of arrows. And there is a scroll offset, so that you should be able to set up a camera on the player and scroll around the map. But we won't be able to edit that here because this is a point object, which is not truly editable. Which is too bad. That's annoying. Performance is pretty good. Still a lot of work to do, but I'm excited about this. It's gonna be fun. And I think that is all I have to show you for now. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration, and let me know what you think. See you later.